Okay, so we're looking at part C of this question, okay? Now we know that the longer sides are worth 2 steps.
Yeah.
And the shorter sides are worth 1 step, right?
Yeah.
And we have K, L, M, N are on the grid. Notice that M but not N is the same number of steps from K and L. So M is the same number of steps from K and L, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12 steps, yeah? This is 12 steps to K, yeah?
Yeah.
And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 steps to L, yeah? Right? Yeah, so you have to be careful here. So it's already like, it's already something of note is that what if you took a different path, right? What if you took a different path, see? And I guess one thing to notice is that no matter what path you take, it'll always be 12 steps because you're always going across 4 times and you're always going down 4 times, but in maybe different order, right?
Right.
But if the order changes, the distance still stays the same. So this is a little complicated, but just kind of remember that and think about it for a little bit as well. You might not even get it, but you want to kind of know about the issue. Okay. Now now we have to mark in all the other grid points that are the same number of steps from K now, you know? So I saw that you were saying that this point, this point, this point, and this point, right? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
So maybe can we try to check them together if they're the same number of steps from K and L?
Okay. So this is the right one because 1 equals to 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so it's 4 steps away from both, okay? And we're kind of noting that any one path, as long as it doesn't go backwards or up and down, it should be the same distance.
This is it because 2, 1, 2, 1, and then 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, so you told me you got 2, 1, 2, 1. That's 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how about how long is it to L then? So it's 6 distance from K. How far is it to L?
Oh, 5. Six because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so that's one way to do it. So if you just went up 4 and across 2, that's 6, right?
Yep.
Okay, what about the other 2?
So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, and then
What's that?
2, 1, 2. Wait, this is 6, then 8, and then 3 2's equals to 6. Another 2 equals to 8. So it's 8, 8. 8 steps away, and this is 2, 2, 2. Then 4 plus 6 is 10. 2, 2, 2. So there's 4 2s and 2 1s.
So what's that?
So that's 10 steps.
10. This one. So what about the one before it?
What?
What about this one at this point? And what about to L?
Oh. So 8 and then 1, 2, 2, and then 4 2s. Wait, I mean 3 2s, and then 2 1s, and that equals to 8. So 8 steps.
Yeah, you see it's a pattern, right? 4, 6, 8, 10. What about the distance to L?
What do you mean?
Well, that's the 8 is to the K. What about L?
L is also 8 because it is 1 2 1 2 6, and then go up by 2 1s. It's another, and 2 plus 6 equals to 8.
Okay, and what about the last point?
Is 10 because K is and L is K is 2 2 2.
You've already told me to K. What about L?
It says 1 2 1 2, and then that is 6 and 8. I mean 6 9.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's not 10.
It's not 10.
Yeah, because when you need to hat, and then if you do this, it will go to the other dot, and it's wait, it is because you can go this, and then another 2, and that equals to 10, and it will be in the start.
Yeah, so it is 10, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so you found these 4, and you counted the steps to show that have the same distance, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, an easier way to do that, right, is once you know that that's 4, yeah?
Yeah.
You know that this is going to be 6 because it has to go 2, right?
Yeah.
2, 2. So it has to be 2, 4, 6, 8. You don't have to count everything from the beginning again, right?
Alright.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Because you can just all go to there and then 2, right?
Yeah. And then you can go all the way up there by 2 2s, and then go up all the way
Yeah,
up
so you
there.
don't have to go all the way to the start. You know that it's going to continue along 2 at a time, okay? Okay, so you can see there's obviously varying. So for a year 2 or 1 student, right, to get one of these is pretty good. No one really expects people to understand. It doesn't matter which path you take. You have the same number of steps, but I think it's important to mention it, even though you won't understand it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's one other thing to understand, at least to mention, if not to understand, is that we're asked to mark all the grid points, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means we mark these 4, right? It means we're saying those are points which have the same distance. Yeah. But because we don't mark this one, okay,
Yeah.
and we're told to mark all of them, yeah,
Yeah.
we're actually also saying that that point doesn't have the same distance. Understand?
Yeah, because K is very near, and L is even further.
Yeah, so in some sense, we also have to explain why these are not the same distance. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
So, okay, so you have a good idea here. You're saying L is further, but this is vertical, so they're ones, right? And here horizontal is twos, yeah?
Yeah.
But you're sort of saying that anything over here is closer to K than it is to L.
Yeah. And anything in here is farther than K and closer to L.
Yeah, so this is where I have to warn you, because if you want to make these sweeping statements, okay, I think it's best to have some idea how the cases work, especially when you're young, okay? Because people love to make these sweeping statements, okay, but they're just not true, okay?
Okay.
So what we want to do is we want to say something more precise, just to be kind of more sure at the beginning, okay? So what's another way we could say this is not the same distance from K and L?
Because they're both vertically going to each other. So, and this one's shorter and this one's longer.
So that's not actually true. But, okay, the most concrete way we can do this, right? Most explicit way is to just figure out the numbers, right? We've been doing that already. See, for example, so the distances from L would just be the same as these numbers, but added a few more, right? The distance for K actually changes because we're going away from K to get to these 4 points, you know? So, for example, if I want to calculate this point from K, that's two distance from K, right? That's 4, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that obvious?
Yeah.
That's 5. Sorry, that's 6. And that's 8. That's 10, right?
Yeah.
So what's the distance from L, you know?
Distance from L.
Yeah. So L, you just have to add it to these dots, right?
Yeah.
So this is 4, and plus another 2 is 6, right? This is 6, plus another 2 is 8. Yeah?
Yeah.
This is 8. So this is definitely not expected of year 2 students to understand, but what does that mean exactly, right? It's kind of like, actually the reality is the teacher doesn't understand this, so there's no way they can even make a judgment about whether the student can understand it. Okay, so 6 plus 2 is 8, yeah?
Oh.
8 plus 2 is 10, yeah? Sorry. So these numbers being different means they're the same different distances. Okay.
Okay.
So actually, I think this question is tricky enough that we can continue to another 2 parts. Okay. I don't want to spoil this right now, but so this is sort of in line with you proving why all these other points are further from L, right? Because if you keep going up, the numbers are gonna probably increase um sort of at a similar. It's gonna get when you go up, it's gonna kind of the distance from K and L are gonna increase pretty much um the same number of steps. So this difference of 4, yeah, cannot be caught up, Alright. Alright, so you can do something similar here. You have all these steps here, for example. What are they from L? Well, this is 3 from L. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so when you go through this, I think it's like sometimes people think, oh, this is so pointless. Why do we have to go through all of this, right?
Yeah.
But the reality is, okay, there's a gem waiting for you to discover it. Okay? If you don't go through this, I think the answer might actually be wrong. So, there's a one hint. One hint is that there's like a sort of like a symmetry between K and L. Okay. Okay, so we'll leave that there, but I need you to, so can you understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
So next time you do this,
Yeah.
explain why these other points are not the same distance from K and L. Okay? And in doing that, you might actually find that there's another one. Or maybe there isn't, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
But now I think there's another one. So I think the other one is M because you just have to do this.
Okay, so M, yes, M is another one, but they
Yeah,
tell you
it's
M,
12.
yeah? Okay, was there any other ones?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so it's pretty safe these ones are not, okay? Because they're all close to K, but far from L.
Yeah.
And see, all the ones that go up, they all increase by the same distance. So this will be 5, 9, yeah? This will be 6, 10. So all these other ones are out, okay? So if you're hoping for anything, okay, the only things we haven't checked are along this line, yeah? We haven't checked, though you can be pretty sure it's not. It's not the ones on the same line as L. You can be pretty sure it's not these ones. Okay, so next time check these, yeah?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay.